Cheers everybody, welcome back to another beer review, and we've got a pretty big beer to bring to you. We have got a beer which is part of um, the mashup. Now the mashup is a project brought to you by Cloudwater, inspired by a love of musical mashups. It seems uh, it sees 8 of the UK's best breweries pair up to create collaborations with some of their best loved recipes. I did one of these beers a couple of weeks ago. It was an Overtone and Polly's, and to be honest, I was a little disappointed in it. So this one is the one which really does stick out of the 4 collaborations for me. We have got a beer collabed between Verdant and Rivington. Rivington, for me, I think, are the most consistent, solid brewer out there. Verdant, not so much, but when they are firing on all cylinders, Verdant can compete with anybody. They are fantastic. So a very strong collaboration. Two very good breweries, and we have got a can of Never Known Sharks Like It. Now this is a mashup between whale sharks, which I reviewed. There it is, which I reviewed last week. Very good beer. And Rivington's Never Known Fog Like It, which is in there somewhere, which is an awesome beer, brilliant beer. So 2 brilliant beers have been mashed up together to create something special. So what we've got is measuring in at 8.5% ABV. On hot side, we've got Citra Galaxy Mosaic Simcoe. On the cold side, we have Citra Mosaic Galaxy No. On the hot side, we have Citra Galaxy Mosaic Simcoe. On the cold side, we have Citra Mosaic Galaxy Simcoe. So, change of order. So yeah, looking forward to this. 2 brilliant breweries. The other collabs is the Polly's Overtone, which I did. There's a Siren, what's that? New Barnes, which I haven't seen about. And there is a Cloudwater Beak, which would be quite interesting to pick up as well. So let's crack this bugger open. This was purchased from the Lost Robots in Sedgefield. So let's pour it out. Now, mashing up, 2 recipes together, it's a great way to get their name out there. It really is. I was skeptical about it. I thought it was a lazy way of doing it, but the more I think about it, it makes sense in a way, to get 2 great beers together, great breweries together as well, and try to collab on a recipe for a dipper. Now, I'm a little bit frightened of this review because the 2 beers we're talking about, which are involved in this beer, are outstanding. They're brilliant. What I don't want to have is a beer which isn't going to live up to them expectations. And I'm worried that this beer will not live up to them expectations, because it feels like this could be too much of a good thing. You're thinking, what the hell are you talking about? When you get too much of a good thing, it's not necessarily good. Is that my philosophy? I just made that up. Right, beer in a glass. Yeah, typical dipper colour. Heads dissipate down. Let's get an aroma. Now, there'll be a lot going on, and it feels like a lot going on. There's a sweetness there, there's a dankness there, there's lots of fruity notes which do not stick out but feel so mashed up and incorporate together. You can't really pick single fruit notes out. Does that make sense? You're thinking, no, JB, you've had a few, you're talking a load of shite. Right, I'm gonna go in. Cheers, everybody. Or as the great Terry Kay said, chin chin. I've been watching him all week. First time I watched him for 2 years, I think. Anyway, for Terry, cheers. It's good. It's good. Um, there's a lot going on in them flavours for me. There's a lot of fruit notes. Again, I can't really pick. I can't really pick much out of it. I just can't pick any singular notes for me. It's just, description says it's a mashup. It feels like a mashup, but it's good. It feels very. It feels a little bit messy, but first off, the mouthfeel. It's a smooth mouthfeel. Slightly oily mouthfeel, smooth. Then you're picking up a mash of tropical notes. There's a bitterness there, which is throughout the beer. The alcohol is hiding behind that bitterness for sure in this. It doesn't feel that thick. It still feels like a light-bodied beer to me, but it could be me because I've been drinking a lot of dipper lately. It could be me. It's. I think the more I'm drinking it though, the alcohol is starting to get a little bit more prevalent. Slightly dry, not much, but it's a very, very good beer. It's not the best dipper, and I'm going to make a bold statement now. It's great having a mashup. It's a great beer. It wasn't going to be bad. It isn't. But for me, I would prefer to drink the two beers which are involved in this separately because I think on their own they are brilliant. When they're together, it doesn't feel as special. It just doesn't. It feels like you brought in two great recipes, you put them together, and I'm a little bit disappointed. Um, and that's just me. But the beer itself is very, very good. I was expecting something so special, but it's not there for me. It's not there for me. But it's a good solid dipper. Do I feel aggrieved with the amount of money I spent on this? Slightly. But when you spend the type of money on this, you your expectations are so high that it's got to be near enough nigh on perfect. So overall, I think this beer is very, very good, but I think I would prefer the two beers separately. The Welsh Sharks and Never Known Fog Like It separately on their own. But that's just me. Never Known Sharks like it. Well, it's going in there anyway. Give it a go. Tell me what you think. If you've had it, let me know what you think. There's the backside. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching this one. I shall enjoy it. Yeah, it just feels like two legends come together to produce a mediocre pop song. Time for the feet to hit the street. Boys and girls, look after yourselves and see you all on another beer review. Bib bib.